Look at your bathroom shelf for a second, that little tub of snail mucin essence. That Korean sunscreen you found on YesStyle, that elegant glass bottle of essence with the herbal name you can't quite pronounce. Here's the thing nobody tells you. That small Korean brand you feel so clever for discovering, it might be owned by a $5 billion conglomerate, that British apothecary cream. It could be made in Seoul by a company that also makes your toothpaste. And two different sunscreens you've been comparing. They might come off the very same factory line. I have spent decades inside this industry. I have stood in these labs, and I want to walk you through where your money is actually going. Not to scare you, but because once you know how this works, you stop overpaying for a story. Let's count it down, from least to most. Skincare marketing sells you a feeling. Heritage, purity, a little Korean grandmother's secret. The label tells a story. The ingredient list tells the truth. And those two things often disagree. Three things make Korean skincare especially confusing. First, manufacturing. Most brands you love don't make anything, they're marketing companies. The actual formulas come from a small number of giant contract manufacturers, names like Cosmetic and Kolmar Korea, who develop and produce products for hundreds of brands at once. So, this brand versus that brand is sometimes this label versus that label on a nearly identical formula. Second, ownership. The Korean beauty world has consolidated hard. Two giants, Amore Pacific and LG Household and Healthcare, sit behind an enormous slice of what you buy, including brands that look small and scrappy on purpose. Third, regulation. And here's where I'll give Korea genuine credit, because it's earned and specific. In Korea, sunscreen is regulated as a functional cosmetic. Brands must run human SPF testing and file it with the regulator. Korea and Europe also allow modern UV filters, the Uvinul and Tinosorb families, that the US FDA still hasn't approved. That's why Korean sunscreens feel so light and leave no white cast. It's a real advantage. But, and remember this, a good system still depends on whoever's actually doing the testing. We'll get there. So no, I'm not here to tell you Korean is better or natural is safer. Korean brands get bought, marked up, and over-marketed exactly like everyone else. Let me show you 8 brands quietly robbing you blind. Number 8, Laneige. Who owns it? Amore Pacific. Laneige is the gateway drug. The lip sleeping mask, the water sleeping mask. Beautiful packaging, lovely textures, genuinely pleasant to use. I'm not going to pretend they're bad, but understand what you're buying. An overnight sleeping mask is, at its heart, humectants and occlusives. Ingredients that pull in water and seal it on top while you sleep. That's good skincare. It is also not rare or expensive chemistry. You are paying a prestige price for a very well executed version of something basic. What to do instead? For lips, the plain occlusive balm does the same sealing job for a few dollars. The berry jelly scent is the upcharge, not the science. If you love the overnight hydration idea for your face, a simpler gel cream layered over your serum gives you the same wake-up plump effect. Keep Laneige if you adore it. Just know you're paying for the bottle and the vibe, not a secret. Number 7. Innisfree. Who owns it? Also, Amore Pacific. Innisfree is sold to you as the pure one. Jeju Island, volcanic clay, green tea, a clean breeze off the Korean coast. The branding is gorgeous. And green tea polyphenols are a real, decent antioxidant. But from a pristine island is positioning, not a formulation fact. This is Amore Pacific's mass market brand. The formulas are conventional, competent cosmetic chemistry, the same kind of chemistry in products that don't cost extra for the postcard. What to do instead? If you want the antioxidant benefit, any well-formulated green tea or vitamin C serum delivers it. The island doesn't make the molecule work harder. Buy the ingredient, not the scenery. Number 6. Berlin. Who owns it? LG Household and Healthcare. This one I find genuinely cheeky. Belif leans on a British apothecary heritage story. Old world herbalists, traditional botanical know-how. Customers assume they're buying a heritage European brand. Belif is owned by LG and H, a Korean conglomerate. The same company behind the Face Shop and a wall of household products. The British apothecary is a costume. The hero product, the Aqua Bomb Gel Moisturizer, is a perfectly nice humectant gel. At Sephora prices, what to do instead? A straightforward hyaluronic acid gel moisturizer gives you the same bouncy, watery hydration for a fraction of the cost. If you want to stay in Korean skincare, a simple gel cream from a no-frills brand does the identical job. You're paying for an accent that isn't real. Number 5. CosRx. Who owns it? Amora Pacific, about 93% of it, in a deal announced in 2023. Now, I want to be straight with you, because this one is different. CosRx built its whole identity on being the hypoallergenic underdog, the affordable, no-nonsense brand for sensitive skin. And the products are genuinely good. The Snail 96 Essence is a workhorse. I'll even recommend one to you later. So where's the robbery? It's in the story. You think you're supporting a scrappy indie. You're funding one of the largest beauty conglomerates on earth, which now owns roughly 93% of the company. That doesn't make the essence worse. It just means the little guy feeling you're paying an emotional premium for. That part isn't true anymore. What to do instead? Keep buying the products if they work for you. They're still good value. Just drop the underdog narrative and don't let it talk you into the pricier premium line editions you don't need. Number 4. Dr. Jart Plus. Who owns it? The Estee Lauder companies, fully since the end of 2019. Dr. Jart Plus reads as the cool Korean derma brand. Kika Pear, the color-correcting Kika Cream, Ceramidin, the ceramide line, clever packaging, clinical feeling, very K-beauty. It is a Western prestige brand now. Estee Lauder bought the parent company, Have & Be, outright. And it's priced like a prestige brand, well above what comparable Korean centella and ceramide products cost. Let me be precise about the actives too. Centella asiatica, SICA, has some evidence for soothing and supporting the skin barrier. It's a reasonable, calming ingredient. It is not a proven miracle, and it certainly isn't worth a prestige markup. What to do instead? For a Cicapair-style centella cream, plenty of Korean brands. Skin 1004 Purito, Anua, sell a solid centella cream for a fraction of the price. For ceramidin, any well-built ceramide moisturizer restores the barrier just as well. Same ingredient families, far less for the Estee Lauder name. Number 3. The history of Who. Who owns it? LG Household and Healthcare. Now we're in the prestige tier, where the markups get serious. The history of Who sells you the Korean royal court. Hanbang, traditional herbal medicine, gold and jade packaging, a queen's skincare ritual. Some jars run well into the hundreds. Here's my decades in the industry honesty. Hanbang formulations are lovely to use and culturally rich, and I have real affection for them. But the actual clinical evidence that these herbal complexes outperform modern, well-studied ingredients does not justify the price. You are paying for heritage theatre, and a heavy, beautiful jar. What to do instead? If you want results, a routine built on the actually studied workhorses. A retinoid, a vitamin C antioxidant, a peptide moisturizer, and sunscreen will do more for aging skin than the most expensive handbang cream at 1/10 of the cost. If you simply love the ritual and can afford it, enjoy it with open eyes. Just don't believe the price equals the efficacy. Number 2. Sulfasu. Who owns it? Amora Pacific. This is their luxury flagship. Sulwasu's famous first care activating serum is the first essence you're told to use before everything else, every morning and night. Ginseng Herbal Heritage, a triple-digit price tag. 2 things. 1. The first essence step is a marketing invention. It's a pleasant, watery hydrating layer. Nice to have, not a need. Your skin will not suffer without an extra step before your serum. 2. Ginseng and herbal extracts have modest evidence at best. Charming, traditional, fine, but not a justification for that number on the box. What to do instead? If you like the soft, hydrating first layer feeling, a simple, inexpensive hydrating essence or toner gives you exactly that. Spend your real money on the steps that change skin. Treatment serums and sunscreen, not on the warm-up act. Number 1. The sunscreen you trusted, without checking. The brands that earned this slot factually: Purito, Claire's, and later Keep Cool. This is the most important one because it's the only place on this list where the stakes aren't your wallet. They're your skin's actual protection. In 2020, a beloved Korean sunscreen, Purito's Centella Green Level Unscented Sun, labeled SPF 50+, was sent for independent testing in Europe. It came back around SPF 19. A similar sunscreen from Claire's, made at the same facility, was pulled too. Another brand, Keep Cool, later suspended a sunscreen after admitting its label number was off. Now, credit where it's due. Purito did the right thing afterward. They suspended the products, refunded customers, cut ties with that manufacturer, and reformulated. I'm not telling you to fear that brand today. I'm telling you the lesson underneath it. A label number is only as honest as the lab behind it. And because so many brands outsource to the same contract manufacturers, one bad test result can ripple across several different products at once. So here is the one thing I will not let the countdown format imply. The answer is never use less sunscreen. Sunscreen is the single most protective product on your shelf. The answer is to choose well. What to do instead? Favor sunscreens from brands that publish independent third-party SPF testing, not just the regulatory minimum. Apply enough. Most people use half. And remember, sunscreen is one layer of sun protection. A hat, shade, and sunglasses are doing real work too. This is the one product where good enough actually matters. Now, 5 hidden gems worth every penny. Enough robbery. Let me give you back some faith with the same honesty. Every one of these has a catch. I'll tell you in the same breath. Gem number 5, Round Lab. The 1025 Docto line, toner, cleanser, moisturizer, is built around being mild. Low irritation, sensible ingredient lists, gentle enough for reactive, mature, menopausal skin that's lost its tolerance for harsh actives. This is grown-up skincare. The catch: outside Korea, it's mostly an online purchase, so you can't swatch it at a counter first. Buy one product, patch test, then commit. Gem number 4, Anua. The Heartleaf line, that viral 77% Heartleaf toner, is a calming, lightweight option for oily and breakout-prone skin at a fair price. The catch, stated plainly, Heartleaf, Houtoinia cordata, is a traditional soothing botanical with limited clinical evidence. Meaning we don't have strong proof it does dramatic things, not that it's been shown to be harmful. Those are different claims. Treat it as a gentle, pleasant toner, not a treatment. And it's largely an online or Olive Young find. Gem number 3, Skin 1004. Madagascar centella is their whole identity, and they do it well. Affordable centella ampules, creams, and a genuinely nice sun serum. If you liked the idea of Dr. Jar plus Izikaper, this is the calming centella experience without the Estee Lauder markup. The catch, centella's soothing evidence is moderate, not magic. And, full transparency, Skin 1004's products come from a major contract manufacturer, Kolmar Korea, by industry reporting, not a tiny artisan lab. The value is real. The handmade in a small batch fantasy is not. Gem number 2, Beauty of Joseon. This is the one I recommend most to women your age and mine. The Glow Serum with rice and a meaningful dose of niacinamide. And niacinamide is one of the genuinely well-evidenced ingredients in all of skincare, with real support for brightening tone and supporting the barrier. The Relief Sun Rice and Probiotic Sunscreen is a beloved daily option. The whole line is priced kindly. The catch, like Skin 1004, this is widely reported to be manufactured by Kolmar Korea. So the heritage cosplay packaging is a look, not a 200-year-old family recipe. And it's now so popular, it's barely hidden. None of that changes that it's excellent value. Just buy it for the niacinamide, not the mythology. And apply your sunscreen generously, as with any SPF. Gem number 1, CosRx Advanced Snail 96 Mucin Power Essence. Yes, I told you CosRx is owned by Amora Pacific now, and I meant it. But I won't punish a great product for its parent company. This essence remains one of the best value for money hydrators on the market. Full stop. Snail secretion filtrate is a lovely humectant. It pulls water into the skin and leaves it soft and plump. For mature skin that drinks up hydration, it's a quiet, reliable workhorse, and it usually costs well under $30. The honest catch, in the same breath, it's a humectant essence. Beautiful hydration, not a wrinkle cure. And it's a conglomerate product wearing indie clothes. Buy it for what it does, which is plenty. End of the line, and the best money on this whole list. What to actually do. 4 plain habits. No panic. No throwing out your shelf. Just 4 grown-up habits. 1. Read the back, not the front. The front of the box sells you a feeling. The ingredient list and the who owns this tell you the truth. 5 minutes online before you buy saves you a lot of money. 2. Pat, don't rub. This is the simplest Korean habit worth keeping. After cleansing, while skin is still slightly damp, press your essence and moisturizer in with your fingertips instead of dragging them across your face. Less tugging on mature skin, better absorption. It costs nothing. 3. Layer thin to thick and keep it short. Watery essence first, richer cream last. Sunscreen in the morning. You do not need 10 steps. A good cleanser, 1 or 2 treatments, a moisturizer and sunscreen will outperform a crowded shelf. More products is the industry's goal, not yours. 4. Spend where it counts. Be cheap on the basics, cleanser, simple hydration, humectant essences. Those are commodities. Pay commodity prices. Save your real money for a verified sunscreen and 1 or 2 well-studied treatments. That's the routine that actually changes skin. So here's where we land. The expensive jar isn't always better. The indie brand isn't always small. The British cream might be Korean, the Korean royal secret might be marketing, and the most important product on your shelf, your sunscreen, deserves a 30-second check that most people never do. None of this means Korean skincare isn't wonderful. I've spent my life in it. It is. It just means you get to be the one in charge of the story now instead of the one paying for it. You don't need to fear your bathroom shelf. You just need to know what to check. And now you do. I'm so glad to walk through this with you. Go look at that shelf again. This time you'll see it clearly.